Buying a new mattress sounds great. Paying for it? Debatable. Hear us out. At Mattress Warehouse, we offer 0% interest financing over 2, 3, 4, or 5 years. And we guarantee you'll pay the lowest price available, and we'll keep that promise for a full year after purchase. Go ahead and buy that mattress of your dreams. Mattress Warehouse has you covered. So where would you look to find the perfect mattress? In a little mattress store or Mattress Warehouse? Visit mattresswarehouse.com.
Ram trucks have always powered American freedom. Now with our Freedom of Choice pricing program, you can choose your offer, cash incentives, or employee pricing for all. Hurry into your local dealer today for details, because nothing stops America and nothing stops Ram. Offer valid on select 2024 and 2025 Rams for non-FCA employees and retirees. $200 admin fee applies. Not all buyers and lessees will qualify. Restrictions apply. Not combinable with other offers. Ends 4/30/25. Ram is a registered trademark of FCA US LLC.
Hey, this is Andrew from the YouTube channel Flick Freaks, and you are listening to the Horrible Movie Podcast.
All right. Everybody, welcome to the Horrible Movie Podcast. My name is Jack. Thanks for downloading this episode. Let's see. Today, on the podcast, we have Andrew Ormsby.
Hey, it's me. Ahoy.
You're the man.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Tell us about the things you... Now, I have come on your podcast on Siftpop.
Yes. You've also had the co-host of mine, Aaron Dicer, on the show before,
yes.
right?
He's been on a couple times.
Man.
So he's ahead of you on that one. 2 times or 3 times? Has he done 3 times?
It might have been 3.
He's done 3.
The strange thing is that usually Andrew precedes Aaron, so... Andrew gets on all the other shows, and
this is the only one he's got me beat on.
No.
So we're finally having Andrew on.
We're going to catch up, though. We're going to play catch up.
Right.
So here's what I want you to do, Andrew. I want you to tell all the fine listeners about your YouTube channel and about anything else you're involved with.
Okay.
And really anything at all. How to make a sandwich. Okay. How to... cut hair. I don't know.
We'll start off with peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Yes, let's talk about peanut butter and jelly and the appropriate.
You need multigrain wheat bread.
Oh, really?
And then you're going to use crunchy peanut butter with Concord grape jelly.
Okay.
Make sure you cut it into triangles because for some reason that tastes better.
It does taste better.
I don't know why.
Now,
it's a paradox of the world.
Have you ever had wheat berry bread?
Yes, real
that's
good.
Good. I can't find it right now. I don't know where it's at.
They usually have it at like Hy-Vee.
That's maybe what I'm not. Yeah. Okay.
Got to hit up that Hy-Vee.
Okay, you've covered the sandwiches. Now tell us about what you do and the things you do.
Okay, so the main thing that I'm known for is the YouTube channel Flick Freaks. We're closing in on 40,000 subscribers.
That's awesome.
It's going really good. I'm really happy with the progress we're making. I think something that your listeners would probably be familiar with is the podcast that I co-host with Aaron Dicer, Siftpop. We talk about the latest movies in theaters. Coming up this week, potentially we're going to be talking about Kong Skull Island if Aaron Dicer can get back from Austin, Texas. I went and saw it. Thought it was okay. It was good. I like Godzilla way more. There's an after credit scene that is awesome. Everybody should check out that.
Cool.
But Flick Freaks in general, we do trailer reactions, we do Let's Plays in video games, movie reviews, and just if it deals with pop culture, we try and deal with it. We have a video that drops every single day of the week, so something for people to look forward to.
It's awesome.
I guess I should mention this, not family friendly. We do have a language adult content on that front, just in case. Figured I should let people know.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You have some awesome videos. You do a great job. And then when I've come on Siftpop, you're a great pairing. You and Aaron are a great pairing on there too.
And it was so happenstance us meeting is because I actually met him through Danae.
Right.
And because I was good friends with her husband.
Mm-hmm.
And then he told me, hey, have you ever met Aaron Dicer? He's the film critic for KY3,
right.
which is a local film. And I'm like, no. They introduced me. Had some similar taste in movies. He had me on as a guest as he's had you on. And he said, you know what? Danae doesn't like movies, it turns out. Mm-hmm. So she doesn't want to do it anymore. That's what he said. Danae doesn't like movies.
And I was on the podcast a couple times whenever Danae was on there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's great though. You know, she's awesome.
She's hilarious. Yeah.
And you've done a phenomenal job. You came in, replacing. I don't want to say replacing someone. Coming on in that situation, you've done an unbelievable job because you had a very tough task ahead of you.
That's so kind of you to say. I really appreciate it.
And you've done a great job.
Thank you so much. So yeah, that's what I do.
Yes.
I'm the guy with the mustache.
Great mustache.
Thank you.
Not everyone can pull it off.
Yeah. I had a beard like yours one day, and then I'm like, you know what, I'm going to shave it off one day. So I'll leave the mustache for fun. Everybody on YouTube's like, oh, you got to keep it. And then it just became my calling card. If I got rid of it, every single one of the subscribers would leave. That's just how it goes.
How long is it? And folks, you need to go to Flick Freak's YouTube channel just so you can see this mustache. If you didn't wax it up, how long would it be?
Have you ever watched National Geographic and you've seen a walrus come out of the ocean?
So it's pretty long then.
Yeah, it's real. It'll go under my past my chin.
You're like Sam Elliott.
Yeah, Sam. Man, that guy, the mustache guru.
He's got it. Yeah.
He's a savant of the stash.
So this episode of the Horror Movie Podcast, I said, Andrew, please tell me that you will come on the podcast. You said, sure. Let go of my arm and stop dragging me into this to do this episode.
I'm coming willingly.
You're coming willingly. And you said, okay, if I have to be here, then I will do, I would like to do the Avengers. And folks,
preface.
There's no Thor. There's no Hulk. This is a different Avengers.
Yes.
The 1960s television show, The Avengers. This is the movie.
Yes.
Of the same name.
1998 movie.
Why?
Whenever I was 12 years old, this movie came to theaters, and it's the same year that Godzilla, 1998 Godzilla. So you want to talk about another horror movie?
Puff Daddy was on that soundtrack, brother.
He was.
Come with me.
Oh man, they totally ruined that Led Zeppelin song.
Really bad. Up in my girl.
How do you ruin Kashmir?
Oh my god.
Anywho,
I'll let Puff Daddy have a hand at it. He'll do it.
Whenever I was 12, I saw this movie, and when I was 12, I said, "That is the worst movie of all time." And I hadn't seen it since, but I'd still told myself that's the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. You gave me the idea of a horrible movie podcast.
Yes.
Why not start off with the worst movie of all time? So I rewatched it, and my fears were, man, this is still the worst movie of all time. Because, whenever you see something as a young kid, you don't know if it's still going to be, maybe it wasn't as bad as I remember. No, it's still the worst movie of all time.
It is absolutely a crap movie, and I don't throw that around here a lot. Yeah. Here's why: because normally people will bring a movie on the podcast and say, "I don't like this movie," or "It's so bad that it's fun." Does that make sense?
Yeah, MST3K style.
Yes, and I like that. I like that. Yeah. This movie. Yeah, and we'll get into that when we start really tearing into the movie. Has just it's just a weird movie. Like it
irredeemably dumb.
Yeah, and it's not for lack of talent in the movie.
You have 3 Oscar-nominated / winning actors in this movie.
I've never been that sold on Uma Thurman, honestly.
Yeah.
Can we think of one thing she's really done that she's just epically great at?
Vanilla Sky. Wait, was it even her? And I don't like Kill Bills, so.
Vanilla Sky was Penelope Cruz.
That's who it was.
And
Tom Cruise.
And Cameron Diaz.
That's who I'm thinking of Cameron Diaz.
So what else? She was in Batman and Robin.
Poison Ivy, yeah.
Yeah,
so.
with obvious, consequences there.
Gattaca.
Yes, critically acclaimed.
Yeah.
What else? You got anything? You have it pulled up quickly? That's all right.
Let's take a gander here.
I mean, I think Pulp Fiction's probably the one that.
There you go.
Yeah,
and the Kill Bill.
But I don't like Kill Bill.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't know. A lot of people just love those, and I'm sure we'll hear about it by talking negative about it. She was married to Gary Oldman.
Yeah, she was. I don't know how she messed that one up.
And she was married to Ethan Hawke.
Yeah, after Gattaca.
What?
Yep.
Wow. And she's been married 2 other times. Wow. Uma Thurman.
So you have Uma Thurman. You also have Ray Fiennes.
A 1998 version of Les Mis as well.
Is that the one with Liam Neeson?
I don't know.
Because there was a Jeffrey Rush, Liam Neeson.
Jeffrey Rush, Liam Neeson.
That's actually better than the Les Mis that came out recently. Because it's not a musical.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You don't like musicals?
Straight up drama.
You don't like musicals?
I don't like musicals.
See,
but La La Land was great.
I like... Now It didn't win the Oscar, though.
Well, it depends on how far into the Oscars you watched.
That's true, too. If you turned it off, that was really weird.
Man.
Wait, you guys had that guest on this last week on
from CinemaSins?
Yeah, huge guest, by the way. I can't believe how many subscribers they have.
6.6 million subscribers.
Yeah, it's not 6.6 thousand, 6.6 million.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was talking about how he's like, oh, okay, they won, you know, big surprise. Everyone was expecting that and just kind of like dozed off. And then he had to like come back around a couple minutes later and be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that.
I did the whole Scooby-Doo thing. Like, as I was watching, I was like, what's going on right now?
They had to take Warren Beatty's mask off and find out he was Old Man Withers with the wrong envelope. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'll get you next time, you snooping kids.
Super kids. Moonlight one. That was weird. And I told Phil this last week that I think that I'm a kind of a conspiracy theorist sometimes, Andrew.
It makes life more interesting, I guess.
I feel like that may have been rigged somehow.
Really? To what gain?
To have a draw. Because in the end, it was a draw. If it was wrestling, it was a draw this way. And they said, okay, La La Land wins ish. No, wait, no, Moonlight wins. Who won?
They've had ties at the Oscars.
They should have had a tie.
Yeah. So
how would they do a tie at the Oscars?
They've done it before for like makeup and stuff. Never for like a major award, like an actor or director or best picture or anything. But they've had like for cinematography, they've had draws for in the past as well. So
they just cut the Oscar in half. They just give each half.
Well, I think it's because the governing body, like the voting body, it's possibly even. So you got a 50-50.
50-50.
Yeah.
$50 bill. $50 bill. Okay, so on to the Avengers, and now it is time for some deets. All right, the Avengers, directed by Jeremiah S. Chechik.
He did the Christmas Vacation.
Oh,
yeah,
wow,
that was his first movie ever.
He did a great job. Cousin Eddie's in it.
Yeah.
Produced by Jerry Weintraub. Written by Don McPherson. Based on the TV show by Sidney Newman.
Yeah.
Starring Rafe Fiennes. Uma Thurman. Sean Connery. Trebek. And then Jim Broadbent as Harry Potter's teacher, also mother on this as well, and a cast of others. Eddie Izzard, comedian Eddie Izzard, which we talked about this before we started recording. Yeah. Eddie Izzard is really funny,
super funny. His stand-up is great.
And then when he gets in films or TV shows, he's an actor.
Yeah,
and I don't understand it. Like one thing about Seinfeld is always Seinfeld, and everything he's in. And I guess maybe that's a drawback, but in the same vein, Eddie Izzard he's really, really funny.
Yeah.
Very funny.
He's in, like, the movies he does aren't always great, like Mystery Men or this. Well, I take that back. Mystery Men is a novelty good movie. Yeah. But
he was in
Ocean's 12.
Weeds, TV show Weeds. Wasn't he in Weeds?
I've only seen the first season of Weeds.
Is that right?
So.
Or was there another one?
I'm thinking of Shameless is the one
I can't remember which I'm thinking. What movie it was he was in. Anyway. All right. This is great audio. Music by Joel McNeely. We're not going to go over that. Release date August 14th, 1998.
Yeah.
Man, that's a long time ago.
Fun fact
19 years ago, brother.
Yeah, I know. I got a fun fact for you. So the voice in this of the Invisible Dude is Patrick McNee, who was the Steed, the main actor in the TV show.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's a good use of him.
Yeah, just a little novelty thrown back in.
It's like in the new Ghostbusters, using, the other actors as just, extras.
It's kind of the ultimate Easter egg because you don't actually see him. He plays the Invisible Man.
Exactly, which makes no sense.
Yes, it doesn't. 89-minute running time. Budget, $60 million.
What?
And I say $1 million because...
How much were those bear costumes?
Exactly. Box office, $48.6 million. And... yeah, that's the
lost $12 million, huh?
And that's Aaron will say this a lot, and you will say the same thing. it's all fake money anyway. They're going to pad it somewhere, and they put it in a loss. That's a serious loss. If you lose money on a movie, that's serious. Because they'll say they lost money on everything. All right, the Avengers. Okay, Andrew.
Hi.
Here's the only heavy lifting you have to do on this whole thing.
Okay.
Well, I say that. This movie is pretty bad.
Yeah.
So you may have to really push us through the heavy lifting on this thing. Because I did doze off watching this movie. I will admit that. Okay. You have 30 seconds, my friend.
Okay.
Welcome to your worst nightmare. Welcome to 30-second synopsis. You have 30 seconds to synopsize this movie.
All right.
If you do not do this, lightning will strike that microphone stand.
No.
Zapping you into the air and apparently into oblivion.
Yeah. All right. Can I at least watch the clock so I know how much time I have left?
Yes. Okay, we're going to have 30 seconds.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, 30-second synopsis. Andrew Ormsby. And the Avengers go.
So Ralph Fiennes plays a British secret agent who has to team up with Uma Thurman, who is a doctor who specializes in weather, to take down Sean Connery and his army of furries who have created a machine that can control weather. So they hold the world hostage and they say, we will freeze the world, we will burn the world, we will dry up the world, your children will drown, unless you pay us for your weather. And then they stop him and Eddie Izzard, and the movie is terrible. Time.
Right on time. Oh, yeah. You're saved.
Woo. No lightning.
No lightning. Grease lightning. That's a good job.
Thank you.
That was almost seamless.
About as good as Aaron.
Almost as
you
good
know
as
what?
Aaron.
You know what? Better than Aaron.
I'm always
Forget
almost
Aaron.
as good
Forget
as
it. Forget Aaron. We don't need him. You're better than Aaron.
Thank you. I'll never
You'll
be
never
Aaron.
hit his shadows again.
Thank you.
We're going to... He's never coming home anyway. He's going to be in that airport forever.
Yeah, exactly.
We trapped him there because he wouldn't pay for his weather.
Oh, man.
Anyway, good job, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
I would say we're pitching a perfect game right now. And so
Okay.
we might as well just stop recording.
Okay.
But contracts, we're contracted by the Avengers 1998 movie to go over the plot a little bit.
Okay.
And talk about this movie.
All right.
So we open the movie with Ralph Fiennes.
Yes.
Voldemort.
Yes.
What else is he? He's on...
You know what's ironic?
Yes.
Is he played a Nazi officer in one of the most horrific movies of all time, Schindler's List, and this is still the most tragic thing he's ever done on screen.
Ooh, rough. What are his other movies?
Ralph Fiennes? Oh, definitely not family friendly, but one of the best movies ever is In Bruges.
Okay.
If you've never seen that.
Never seen it.
The Grand Budapest Hotel.
There you go.
I think the one that he's most famous for, besides like Harry Potter, is The English Patient.
Oh, The English Patient. Yes. Yep.
Kubo and the Two Strings. That's a more recent one for people if you've seen that. All around
Isn't
brilliant
he
actor.
in... No, he's not in Silence of the Lambs. What's he in? He's in one of
he's
those.
in Red Dragon.
He's in Red Dragon. Yeah.
And if you're a James Bond fan, he's the new M in the series.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, before this movie, The Avengers, he was nominated for not one but 2 Oscars. So like this is an Oscar-nominated actor.
Right.
So
Yeah.
His friends...
Yeah, both of them for English Patient and Schindler's List, right? Okay. Yeah.
I call him Ralph, but his friends call him Rafe. It's Ralph Fiennes, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
He's an agent of the Ministry, and you open up. He's walking down the street, and actually, psych, turns out to be a training exercise.
So dumb.
It's really dumb. I do like his umbrella with the sword in it. That's cool.
Yeah. I always wanted one of those.
It's
or
like
a walking cane.
It's
you
like
know?
the penguin.
Yeah.
Yeah. See?
Actually, I think Ralph Fiennes would make an interesting penguin.
They didn't do the penguin in the Batman, the trilogy movies.
The Dark Knight trilogy,
Yeah.
They were supposed to, actually. You know that?
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Philip Seymour Hoffman
and then
was
he passed
supposed to do
away. And I liked what they were doing. The idea was, I like where we're chasing this rabbit because this movie's so bad. It was supposed to be, he was supposed to be like an arms dealer. And
Yeah.
I think that made lots of sense. That
Yeah.
would have been cool.
Yeah.
And
I'm all about it.
Rafe, friends call him Rafe Fiennes. I can't say Ralph. I look at that. That's like Ralph Wiggums. Ralph. Rafe. All right. Anyway, he's got a training exercise. Next, we pan to Uma Thurman, Emma Peel. And she gets she has a call to meet her, and it's to meet with John Steed, Rafe Fiennes' character. And they meet in order to go to the ministry to talk to Mother, who is played by Jim Broadbent.
Love that guy.
Harry Potter's teacher from one of the Harry Potter movies.
Or the owner of the Moulin Rouge. Or what else? Oh, Gangs of New York.
Yeah, and he's a good actor.
Super good.
Yeah. And they are they're going to work on they've got some intel on this Prospero project, correct? And they're trying to control the weather.
Yeah.
The whole movie is based on this controlling the weather, correct?
Yeah.
You have Mother there. You also have Father,
Fiona Shaw,
played by a lady named Fiona Shaw,
who is Aunt Petunia in the Harry Potter series.
Very good.
Yeah.
And then they're
the ones who run the ministry.
Yes, and they show Peel, Uma Thurman's character, this video of herself.
Yeah.
And when she's infiltrating something, what's she infiltrating?
She's infiltrating the weather place.
Okay, and they're
that
saying
she works at.
Yes, and they're saying she has a mental illness or something is why this is happening.
Yeah.
Well, it's so weird because they're like, you're now our chief suspect in this investigation.
Now you have to work with us.
Yeah, now we're gonna let you go, and it makes no sense. It's like, okay, well, she's sitting right in front of you. Like, just put her behind bars.
Yeah. Well, we got to keep Uma Thurman on the movie. I mean, you can just lock her up. They go off to visit and talk to Sir August de Winter.
Sean Connery.
Yes, Trebek.
The Scotchman that no other Scotchman sounds like.
He is. He is the greatest actor of all time, other than Morgan Freeman.
Is that really what you believe?
No.
Okay.
Normally,
I wouldn't put it. I'm not saying that he's bad.
I would say Morgan Freeman's name and then do a Morgan Freeman impression, but I get in a lot of trouble.
Really?
Yeah, these guys look at me like I'm Dave Chappelle up here doing an impression, and it's like, Jack, you're a white guy, you can't do a Dave Chappelle impression.
Morgan Freeman. This is the march of the things in Morgan Freeman's backyard.
See, it's fine when he does it. Right?
Yeah, Jack, your Morgan Freeman is really bad.
It's really good. I have a great Morgan Freeman. My mom tells me all the time that sounds exactly like Morgan Freeman. They used to date.
That's adorable.
They dated in high school. I'm just joking. I'm really going
I want that
rails.
story to be true so bad.
Gosh, that would be so awesome. Never mind.
Like,
when prom together.
When other people do their Morgan Freeman impression, it sounds like Morgan Freeman. When you do it, it sounds like a white plantation owner.
Oh no!
He said that, folks, not me.
I'm just saying that's what it sounds like.
Okay.
No wonder you're so offensive.
Andrew's never coming back now. He's like, I'm not sure what I
have to come back at least 2 more times.
Yeah, that's true. Well, it's nothing else just to be. No matter how bad this gets. Okay, here we go.
I can't let Aaron beat me.
He would not. You're better than him. You don't ever.
I have more Twitter followers than Aaron.
One.
I have way more YouTube subscribers than him. I get recognized in public a lot more than he does.
Bing.
He cannot grow a mustache like me.
No way.
No. I don't even know if Aaron can grow facial hair.
I bet he can't.
Yeah.
I totally bet he cannot.
He can definitely reach things on higher cupboards than me, though.
Yeah,
He's a tall man.
But if he were to go to China or Japan, he would hit his head on everything.
This is very true. True.
So you're better.
Take that. Aaron. Don't fire me.
I hope he's listening to this.
I hope he is. And I hope he's willing to actually come back on our podcast. All right, so they are going to visit our friend De Winter.
Yes.
They go to the Wonderland Weather, right? Follow a lead to Wonderland Weather, which is a business that they artificially create heat and rain with a special type of machine.
Yeah.
They discover 2 dead bodies, 2 men in teddy bear suits. Explain this scene. It's a very important scene, and I'm just giving you some glossy details.
So
tell us about the teddy bear suits, the furries. The furries got involved here. Tell us about these furries.
So this is what Sean Connery's plan was. Instead of, going to like Hobby Lobby or something and buying some like 99-cent masks, he wanted to have all of his henchmen wear teddy bear suits so as to disguise their identities so that they didn't know who each other were. He said, the only one I want you to know who is here is me. I want everybody else to remain a secret because your identities are very, publicly known. I don't want any of this getting out. Two of them said, I want out, by raising their paws, and he throws some darts at him, Elmer Fudd style, and he takes out them bears.
And these are members of a secret society, correct?
Sure.
Ish. All right, so there you go. There's the bears. There's the furries.
Yeah, they're members of Brawley, which is the British Royal Organization of Lasting Liquid Years.
Gross.
I don't even know what that means.
Is that to conserve H2O?
I don't know.
So they go off to the Winter's mansion, and they are immediately attacked by some mechanical bees, which makes sense. They have another agent that helps them get away, Alice, excuse me. The Winter captures Agent Peel, Dr. Peel-ish, and she's trapped in there because of the floor plan is changing over and over again, right? She smashes her way through a window, and then Steed's able to get to her.
Yeah, she's stuck on the Penrose stairs, which actually was like the one cool part in this, because I've always found Penrose, like Paradox rooms, like that fascinating. Totally doesn't make sense. The Penrose stairs are impossible, but also she ran through one door and immediately popped out, the back door.
Yeah.
Wacky, crazy.
Whoa, where am I at?
I got a fun fact for you guys. A teddy bear costume would run you $175.
Yes. While
a masquerade mask, which covers all the bare necessities. See what I did there? $3. So,
really?
Yeah.
But this teddy bear costume was smart for him to do that. Then that way, when no one knows each other's, doesn't the Joker do that on the Dark Knight is the one that the Dark Knight, right? Didn't he do that? They all have different masks on. Who's the boss? We don't know who the boss is.
Exactly. Yeah. They didn't even know he was there.
Yeah.
Man, that's such a good movie. I'm gonna watch that tonight.
They stole it from Sean Connery's idea.
They totally stole that from Sean Connery.
Totally.
Man. Dark Knight.
They had to spend their $60 million on something. So
yeah, bear suits,
teddy bears,
sweaty bear suits. Tell us more about the movie from here.
So after they bought, I don't know if it was before or after, but then they get chased by Eddie Izzard's army of remote control bees. Do you remember the bees?
Bees.
Yeah, which were bigger than the car. So, and they had mounted miniguns on them. And he was able to take them out with his umbrella and his wits.
He's a henchman, though, right? Eddie Izzard is.
Yeah.
He
has one line in the entire movie, and it's the F-bomb.
Yeah, which
out
is
of nowhere.
Really weird.
There's no other swear word in the entire movie.
Yeah. Whatever. And they dubbed it in later.
Yeah, they hard dubbing.
It looked really dumb. Like, it didn't sound right.
It didn't even sound like him.
No, it probably wasn't.
One of the bees at one point flies and crashes into their back window.
That's right.
The rear windshield. And he dismantles it and takes the gun off
with his bare hands.
Yeah, just rips it off and then starts firing with it, which I'm just like, it's not like it had a trigger on it. Like, how's he firing with this gun?
It looked like somebody spray painted a Nerf gun. Because, movie.
It's so weird.
So, Steed rescues her. He gets back to her apartment.
Yeah.
But...
Oh, wait, we got to go back.
Go ahead.
Turns out that Uma Thurman isn't the bad guy. There's a clone.
A clone. Clone Wars.
Clone.
And so, but does Father know this? Father's actually evil.
Father's evil.
Peel is arrested, though, by Father, right?
Yes. Why? Because I think it's because Sean Connery has a thing for.
No.
Which he already has the clone of her, so.
Yes. It's not the real thing, though.
I guess it's not the real thing, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure who I am right now. Yeah. Like Cagney. See?
Good Cagney and Lacey reference there.
See? No, I was thinking James Cagney.
Oh.
Wow. Anyway. All right. Or is that Humphrey Bogart? I'm doing a Bogart. Dear God, this is a really bad
We got to
impression fest on my part. I'm sorry.
I thought you were doing the Penguin again.
Would you like to hear my Morgan Freeman? Phil, would you like to hear my... Okay, no? Okay.
No.
How about my Eddie Murphy? No?
No.
Okay, I'm done. Chris Rock?
No one of African American
Oh, okay.
lineage.
All right.
Yeah.
Can you do a Christopher Walken?
No. When I'm done with you, you'll be wearing gold-plated diapers.
Did you know he was supposed to be Han Solo?
Oh, man, really?
I really wish that would have happened.
That would have been funny.
Can you imagine that? He would have
Oh.
been, hi,
Hey,
I'm Han Solo.
You're Princess Leia.
Fly around in the Millennium Falcon. This is Chewbacca, the crazy bear man. It's a very fast plane.
A plane. He would call it a
He
plane.
would call it a plane.
Oh,
My son
gosh.
bought me a Cadillac.
What about another Star Wars one here? Kurt Russell auditioned to be Han Solo. Actually, I think that might have been okay.
Yeah, have you ever heard him like do the lines from like Empire Strikes Back
No.
and stuff?
Good?
He did it on he did a really good job. He did the whole "I love you, I know" line, before he gets kryptonited.
Yeah.
Did a real good job.
He would have been good. He had a good look too. He would
Yeah,
have made
Snake
sense to do it.
Plissken as Han Solo.
Would have been good.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have had to wear an eye patch though. So where are we at now? Where are we at? What's next?
So this
Clones
is
are-
whenever
yeah, there you
Uma Thurman's been captured.
Mhm.
So now they're in the hot air balloon right after they knock over Mother in his wheelchair, which was just rude. Totally rude.
How rude.
And yeah, so then Uma Thurman blows up her clone and father, which is, man, that gets so confusing.
So stupid.
So then after that, she's reunited with Ralph Fiennes' Steed, and they know where Sean Connery is, so they have to go under the island in the middle of, is it the Thames? Is that where they're at? It looks like the Thames in London. Anywho, so they go down underground. Uma Thurman kills Eddie Izzard. He drops an F-bomb.
Yes.
Ralph Fiennes kills Sean Connery. Oh, does he technically... He stabs Sean Connery, but then lightning kills Sean Connery.
How about the timing on
Hardcore.
that? Like
That's not how lightning works.
How did that happen?
Because lightning, A, can't pick you up and fly you around like a plane, but...
I guess he gets struck because the thing that he gets impaled with is made of metal. Is
the
that
thing that he's
Yeah.
been holding the entire time.
I know.
The stairs, though, the walkway they're standing on is made of metal, but that didn't conduct it. But
So
that
Ralph
thing
Fiennes
did.
isn't electrocuted because he's also standing on the metal, and he's also covered in water. So it's a good thing that, maybe it was, I don't know, his hat.
Yeah.
So after that, they go and they have tea with Mother in credits.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful day.
So, like I said at the beginning of this podcast, when I was 12, I said this is the worst movie of all time.
Would you, yeah.
Still the
Adult.
worst movie of all time.
Adult Andrew agrees.
Adult Andrew agrees. 30-year-old Andrew agrees with 12-year-old Andrew. So,
There's some really bad lines in this movie. There's so one of the characters, as we established, is named Mother. It's actually a guy, but he's kind of like, think of him as like the M of their organization.
Yeah.
And so at one point, Mother is like on the scene during this huge battle at the end, and he gets bested by one of the bad guys, and he gets bested by Father.
Yeah.
And Father, like, he rolls over on the ground, whatever, and then Father is standing over him, and she goes, "It really isn't Mother's Day."
Gosh. Stupid.
So bad. Like,
So bad.
there's so many groaners like that where you're just, oh my gosh, they just did not just say that.
Right.
oh, dumbest part of the entire movie. I totally forgot. So Ralph Fiennes has to figure out where Sean Connery is in the Thames. So he goes into the archives, opens a door, and there's an invisible guy in the room just smoking a pipe.
Oh, my gosh.
Which is Patrick McNee, and he says, "Don't mind the fact that I'm invisible. I'll show you where he is under the Thames because I have the folder conveniently in my drawer here on my desk."
Yikes.
What? Why?
Yikes,
What?
That's not... Okay, so here we go. Goods of the movie. Goods and bads. of
Uma
the
Thurman's
movie.
hot.
Okay, good. That's a good, universally
Yeah.
great looking lady.
Yeah.
Right?
Ralph Fiennes is charming.
Charming. Agreed, Phil? Yeah. Okay.
Sharp dresser,
Very, and the way, and I understand the dressing in this thing.
besides the furries.
That was weird.
Yeah.
Now, go ahead. Anything else you can think of? The staircase scene?
The Penrose stairs was cool, just because of, but Inception did it better. The credits. The movie ended. The movie did end.
It was over.
It was over.
Bads, I'm going to say a bad was that this movie to me was at times Austin Powers with no comedy.
Yeah. Totally.
And Austin Powers came out the year before this.
Did it?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it did.
The movie's great.
Which is unbelievable. The first one especially, but then they just got worse as they came out.
Oh, yeah.
This movie wasn't spoof at all, right? Like, they weren't going for spoof.
No, it was just the movie version of...
Well, the original show was kind of spoofy, right?
But it was in
It
that
was
same...
lighthearted.
It was in that same
Campy.
007
It was
camp
kind of like
at
the
times.
British version of Wild Wild West. It was a funny,
There you go.
happy series.
With some sci-fi in it, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, what was the... there was an American spy show, which... was it called? No, it wasn't Secret Agent.
Get Smart.
Get Smart. It's
Yeah.
kind of like the British Get Smart, except
Yeah, I can see
classier,
that. But Get Smart was way funnier.
Yeah.
Way funnier.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank
Thank you. That was a good... You knew exactly what I was talking about. Well done.
Nick at Night, man.
Yeah, Nick at Night. Yeah, I Love Lucy.
Brand reruns.
I would much rather watch a couple episodes of Get Smart than watch this movie.
Oh, gosh.
I'd rather
3
watch
episodes.
Paint Dry.
Yeah,
and-
3 episodes of Get Smart compared to this entire 90
Oh,
minutes.
I'd happily choose Get Smart.
Happily.
Yeah.
No, that's why we're changing this podcast to the Get Smart. Actually, that might not be a bad idea for a podcast.
Get Smart podcast.
The Get Smart podcast.
Every episode.
So I know I'm totally jumping ahead on
No, we're
plugs,
good.
but there's somebody you have to have on this show that you
Tell
would
me about
really
it.
like. His name is Shawn Michaels from Geek.0.
Okay, let me write this on.
Yeah.
Let me take some notes
They
here.
do everything technology based, and they're also pop culture geeks.
Now, this is Shawn Michael,
Shawn Michael, yeah.
not Shawn Michaels.
I think it's Michael.
Well, Shawn Michaels, the wrestler. Sorry, I go for the wrestling.
Have you guys had him on Siftpop?
Yeah, a couple
Okay.
times. He's
And that's
done
Geek.0.
yeah, Geek.0. He has a website, geekpoint0.com. But he would totally love this setup and everything. So, what was I going to say? I brought him up for a reason, and it was relevant to what we were talking about.
We were just talking about the doing a podcast about Get Smart.
Get Smart. So he's starting, because he's never seen a single episode of The Simpsons, because he something he just never did. He's starting a podcast where he's watching every single episode of The Simpsons.
It's automatic reaction. See, I like stuff like
That's
that.
smart.
Yeah.
Um,
So you doing a podcast for every episode of Get Smart. That's what made me think of it.
But
So.
here's what what got me honestly thinking about doing this podcast was that I listened to a podcast called why can't I think of this now? Oh,
Bayside something.
yeah, Go Bayside.
Go Bayside.
April Richardson is a stand-up comedian.
Okay.
And she loves Saved by the Bell.
Oh yeah.
And she will watch it. She watch an episode of Saved by the Bell and then have a guest on. But she's had like Chris Hardwick on, and she's had like superstars.
Nice.
Anyway, so I like Saved by the Bell because it's so corny, stupid,
Yeah, of course.
and so that thought The Simpsons I like.
Yeah.
Get Smart. That would be entertaining.
Yeah.
Something to think about.
I don't know if anyone would listen.
The target demographic is like 55 and over.
That don't know what a podcast
That is
is.
the issue. The Simpsons at least might get some traction that way.
Yeah,
so.
exactly.
Okay, so let's rate this movie. One being bad,
Okay.
5 being the worst horrible. So how many horribles? 1 to 5.
Like I said, it's the worst movie of all time, so I am going to give it 5. Has anybody ever given a 5?
We've had a couple.
Couple
Love
5?
Guru.
Yeah, that was definitely 5.
Ooh, yeah, I could give Love Guru a 5. Yeah.
Woof.
Yeah.
Woof. You see this movie, Phil?
The Avengers?
Yeah, you saw it.
Yeah.
What do you rate it?
I'd go 4. Yeah, it's one of the worst ones we've done on the show.
Bad.
Yeah, it's real bad.
Corny
There's almost
too. Like,
nothing redeeming about it.
No. Well, maybe the scene, like some of the locale that they film in. I love
Yeah.
that about movies. You and I also, we are veterans. You and I. You know this. We survived what was the cure for wellness. We survived it.
I would give that a 4 for context.
It was brutal.
It was so bad.
It was brutal.
I'm trying to figure if that would ever make it in like my top. It's probably in. Oh man, there's so many bad movies though.
And I said this on Siftpop when we talked about it. There is some content there that is
beautiful.
absolutely brutal. Like,
Yeah.
who? I mean, I don't know. Anyway, so I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go back. I just have some.
Maybe
I just have some
whenever I come back-
PTSD from
How
that
about
movie.
this? Episode 2 with Andrew,
Yeah.
Cure for Wellness.
Oh, I would do it.
You want to? You maybe
I
we
would
could-
do it, but I would give a strong parental guidance not even suggested. I would give some weird like disclaimer. I've never done that with a movie. We've done R-rated movies on here before.
Yeah,
but like that one is like, to me, was just like egregious at times where I'm like, this is just dumb. Like,
vulgar for the sake of vulgarity.
weird. The guy that plays the dad on there is going to be at Planet Comic-Con.
Jason Isaacs.
Yeah, he's on he's on Harry Potter. He's Malfoy's dad. He's yeah. He's going to be at Planet
Draco.
Comic-Con.
He's
We're going
also from
No,
The
Draco.
Patriot.
to Lucius Malfoy and the Patriot.
Yeah.
We're doing a panel at Planet Comic-Con.
Really?
And, yeah, it's fun. And not with him. I wish with him. I'd love to have him on and be like, so Cure for Wellness, what the heck was that?
Yeah.
What was going on there?
I mean, what
Call him
was
out,
that?
Call him out in front of everybody.
What did they pay you for that?
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, so best part of the show. What have you been into lately?
Oh, like a little plug of something new in the world.
Yes.
Do you guys have PlayStation, Xbox, anything like that? I just picked up Horizon Zero Dawn.
Awesome.
That game is good.
Good stuff.
That game is really good.
What's it like?
So it's, there's 1,000 post-apocalyptic games out there.
Yes.
This is post-apocalypse, which never thought of before. So humanity has reset to pretty much primitive caveman
I
times.
see it right here. with these
Except-
big monster things.
Yeah, so humanity is primitive caveman times, except the technology of like AI and like androids and robots are still out there. So there's animals that are based off of, or there's robots that are based off animals. So there's like crocodile robots, there's dinosaur robots, there's antelope robots, and you have to scavenge them like you're like a hunter, except you're hunting robots instead of
Weird.
yeah. It's really fascinating, and it's not a game you just run at it with a bow. You really got to plan how you take stuff down.
Because they'll get you.
Oh, they'll get you. Because there was a part. There's a part in the game where I was like, okay, it's a crocodile.
Yeah.
I can, stay up far away, and it's slow. It can't get me. No, crocodile jumped out of the water. I'm like, and it dawns on you every now and then. Oh yeah, these are robots. They don't have to follow the laws of what the animal version of them did.
Yeah, they can totally pounce.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Super fun game. I also went and saw Kong Skull Island, as I said
Is it
before.
awesome?
It's pretty fun. Editing is weird. It jumps around a lot. It's not a great movie. It's a fun movie. It's a fun movie with a lot wrong with it.
Do you like monster movies like that? Like,
Kaiju films are like what I was raised on.
Okay.
So Godzilla that came out in 2014, phenomenal.
was
Love
awesome.
Godzilla. This is good. Pretty much what they're doing, I don't know if you know this or not, is Legendary is setting up a kaiju universe. So in 2020, this King Kong is going to fight Godzilla from 2014.
I like that. That'll be good.
Yeah.
Is there a point where Kong has been done too much?
This is different because it's set up in Vietnam era, so it's not like the Carl Denham and then that whole storyline where Kong falls in love with a girl and
Comes to New York and
Yeah.
climbs the Empire State Building.
none of that. Totally
Thank
different.
you. Good.
It only takes place on the island.
That's good.
If that's a spoiler, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah.
This podcast is built on spoilers.
Yeah.
How long is it?
It didn't seem that long. Maybe 2 hours, if that.
That's a good length.
It was
I
a
think,
good
for that.
runtime. It was a good runtime. Didn't take too long. Great action. This Kong is brutal though. So there were parts of the movie where like, man, if you're taking your kids to this, it might be a little gross for him because he messes some people up.
Really?
Yeah, he's a brutal Kong.
Well, he's Kong. So.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember the Peter Jackson King Kong?
I was good.
Yeah.
I liked
thought it was way too long.
Do you remember how long it was?
2.5 hours.
No, longer than that.
It was 3 something, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm looking it up. I think it was like 3 hours and 5 minutes. Or
That guy will take you to the world of whatever he's in, won't he?
Yeah, he'll even make 3 movies to tell one story.
Gotta make money, man.
Yeah, those Hobbit movies were brutal.
Make it happen.
Hey, maybe that could be my 3rd movie. Hobbit: The Battle of the Five Armies. That movie was atrociously bad.
I'd love for you to. I would love to do that
I'm thinking of all these movies that I'd love to come back and
let's
just
do it
rag
anytime,
on.
man. Whenever you want to.
Yeah.
You're always welcome.
I'm
Open
tired
door.
of coming on Aaron's Siftpop podcast and
You
talking about
are
how
in
great
it.
these movies.
You're out of his shadow now. You're
Yeah.
growing out of his shadow. You're better than him.
Yeah.
You're better than him.
Aaron Dicer.
You tell him.
Aaron Dicer.
Tell
at
him who's boss.
Siftpop.
Who's boss?
You go to www.studiodna and look at Aaron Dicer. And
Yes,
also,
exactly.
and also youtube.com/yourmoviefriend Aaron Dicer.
Make this. You need to change the
I'm
name.
just plugging for Aaron,
You tell-
like grungy plugging.
You tell Aaron,
Aaron
the
Dicer.
new name of Siftpop is Andrew's Siftpop.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Wait a
start,
minute, in little writing with Aaron
I'm
at
gonna
the
start.
bottom.
I'm gonna
With-
start the website that's Aaron Dicer is a hairless weirdo.com.
Wow.
What?
Actually,
He can't grow a mustache, man.
He can't.
You know, that's a challenge.
But granted,
That is a challenge.
He has way more hair on the top of his head than I do. I'm thinning. That guy has
That's
a great head of
misdirection.
hair. Great
Andrew,
head of
that's misdirection.
hair. Great head of hair.
That's misdirection.
Good guy, Aaron. Salt of the earth.
Yeah, hey,
do
bless
love
bless his heart. All right, well, Andrew, thank you so much for coming
Oh, I
on.
had so much fun.
We will do it again.
Yes.
That Hobbit idea is great.
Yeah.
Also, let me know about the Get Smart podcast.
Okay,
we
yeah.
could do that one or Chips, the biker cops Chips.
Yeah.
All the
You
episodes.
know that movie's coming out soon.
I know that would be timely.
Yeah. Do you mind if I do a few plugs real quick?
I want you to tell us all about everything.
Okay.
Tell us your social security number, credit card number. You tell us anything you want to about you.
All right. So I'm not even going to plug me. I'm going to plug some good people that do some good stuff that
Do it.
maybe some others don't know about. So I
Do it.
plugged Geek.0, great people. So if you want to know anything about like computer tech, anything like that, they know more than anybody, and that's not hyperbole.
That's
They
awesome.
really do know their stuff. Also, there's a another podcast out there that I host on every now and then as a guest called Spoilercast, where they spoil everything and they talk about, it doesn't matter if you've seen it or not, they're going to talk about not to spoil it for you. Just as a fair warning, if you're listening to a show called Spoilercast, you can't be mad that they gave away spoilers.
Yeah.
But they are so funny.
That's awesome.
And all of us have gathered together and we're recording a Let's Play series right now. Have you guys ever played the game 7 Days to Die?
Mm-mm.
Super fun game, zombie survival game. You have to make sure you eat, you have to make sure you drink, you have to build a shelter, and at the end of the 7th day, a horde of zombies rushes at you.
Oh,
And
phenomenal.
you got to defend yourself. A survival strategy game on PC. It's a lot of fun. And
What's it called?
7 Days to Die.
That is 7 Days to Die.
Yeah. Not to toot my own horn, I think it is the funniest thing we've ever done.
Really?
Yeah. So it's super hard to edit it right now, but in a couple months we should be dropping those.
Cool.
So something to look forward to.
That's awesome.
But I definitely wanted to plug Geek.0 and All Tower Media.
You got it, man. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for having me. I had such fun
Oh,
today.
yeah. Come back on
I
anytime.
will.
Are you on Twitter?
Yep.
I
Pretty
know
much
you're on
every
Twitter.
single form of social media.
Tell
if
us
you
about
type
each of them.
/Flick Freaks, and you'll
Okay.
find us there.
All right.
Twitter, I don't run our Twitter page, somebody else does, but if you want like the latest news, like what's going on in like the entertainment, like casting notifications, directorial like announcements, or just project, like what's the new movie coming out, we try and let you know before everybody else does.
Cool.
Yep.
Well, guys, thanks for coming on. Andrew, thanks for coming on. Everybody, thanks for downloading this episode. And you can find us on Twitter at One Horrible Movie. Like our Facebook page. And also, we are available on iTunes. Please rate and review us. I haven't said that enough lately. Go on iTunes, rate and review, and just tell a friend. Tell a friend about us. Or run up to a stranger and scream in their face, "Hey, Horrible Movie Podcast!" And then they'll be like, what the crap was that?
Or what you could do is you could neg every other podcast in the world till only Horrible Movie Podcast is left. Just say every other podcast in the world is terrible. Kind of like what, politicians do on every single commercial. They don't ever tell you their viewpoints. They only tell
Yes.
you why the other person's bad.
Yes.
So,
I am so glad election season is over. I
Yeah.
can't even fathom how glad I like the amount of ads. I'm talking even local. Like
Oh,
it literally could be. Let's say Phil is running for mayor. Okay,
Yeah.
Phil Sousa. he smells like trash. He, in fact, has eye boogers every morning when he wakes up.
Did you know that Phil Sousa believes The Avengers is the greatest movie of all time?
He thinks that Hulk is real and that he could actually date Uma Thurman.
Phil Sousa.
Don't vote
Not
for
my
Phil.
mayor. Is he
But,
yours?
but Andrew Ormsby is the greatest human you've ever seen. In fact,
I'm Andrew Ormsby's mustache, and I approve this message.
he's the best ever. Whatever you think is right, he thinks is right. So go ahead and vote for him, not Phil Sousa, that piece
That
of...
gives me an idea. I think in 4 years...
Sorry, Phil. I don't really think those things about you.
I think that in 4 years, I'm going to start running political ads for my mustache to run for office.
Oh, my gosh. And just close-ups of it?
Yeah. I'm Andrew's mustache, and I approve this message.
And I approve this milkshake.
Yeah, I drink your milkshake. Seventh greatest movie
My
of all
straw's
time.
over here, and here we go. I'm drinking your milk.
I would have
over there.
voted for your mustache over the presidential candidates.
Hey.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Karen Best there in Branson.
mayor.
I shouted her out when we went to VisionCon a couple times on the podcast. Her name is it Susan or Karen?
Karen.
Last name's Best. And she's obviously the best candidate.
I mean, with that name, you kind of have to be. Like,
She's the best. All right. Andrew, thanks so much for coming on, man.
Thank you guys so much. I had so much
You're the
fun.
greatest ever. You're so much better than Aaron.
Aaron Dicer.
Aaron Dicer.
Aaron Dicer believes.
The world is flat.
Paid for by people who hate Aaron Dicer.
All right. Hey, Aaron, make sure you come back on sometime.
Love that guy.
Agreed.
Yeah.
He's great, but not as good as you. All right. Andrew, thanks, man.
All right. Bye, guys.
See you later.
With the American Express Platinum Card, you can unlock over $1,500 in value annually with statement credits on select purchases and other benefits. That means getting access to even more of your favorite things. More jet setting, more trend setting, and more resetting.
And downward dog.
The stage is set for you to do even more with the American Express Platinum Card. Learn more at americanexpress.com/US/explore-platinum. Terms apply.
The Jeep brand has always stood for American freedom. Now with our Freedom of Choice pricing program, you can choose your offer. Cash incentives or employee pricing for all. Hurry into your local dealer today for details. Jeep, there's only one. Offer valid on select 2024 and 2025 Jeep brand vehicles for non-FCA employees and retirees. $200 admin fee applies. Not all buyers and lessees will qualify. Restrictions apply. Not combinable with other offers. Ends 4/30/2025. Jeep is a registered trademark of FCA US LLC.